Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Commodore Vasitsa, other distinguished professors and invitees, my dear friends. We are happy to observe our fourth anniversary of Praghna Centre for Research today. We were incorporated, I will put it that way, on the 7th of June 2021. Today, the proceeding will be conducted by Diya Shankar, who is our Master of Ceremonies. She is also one of our interns. So I invite Diya to commence the proceedings. Diya, the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Shankar, research intern of Praghna Centre for Research. On behalf of Sri and Srimati Rajamanickam and Dr. and Mrs. Srinivasan, it is my privilege today to welcome Commodore RS Vasan, Director General, Chennai Centre for China Studies, our esteemed chief guest, and Air Commodore KNV Nair, Vishis Seva Medal, our special invitee. It is my pleasure to also welcome Group Captain A.K. Vashnaya, Vishesh Seva Medal, Captain Ravi Shankar, and Dr. Meena Ravi Shankar. I welcome members of our distinguished jury, Group Captain P. Parthasarathi, Shri Santosh Chandran Sir, Inspector General Railway Police, Professor Allan John, Professor G Jeyachandra Reddy, Professor Utham, Professor Anuradha, and Professor Jayadev Parida. I'm delighted to welcome Commodore S.L. Deshmukh, Nausena Medal, Professor Dr. Ashok Dua, Commander J.K. Nair, Founder Director of DRAS, Mr. Kanav Kansra, and Mr. Pratik, our publishers. A special note of welcome to the esteemed members of the editorial and review board of our journal, the EJSS. It is my pleasure to welcome the contributing authors whose works were received and assessed for the research prizes to be announced soon. I am especially pleased to welcome Squadron Leader Kriti Bhatnagar and Mrs. Kyati Bhatnagar alongside their spouses for joining us today. Both of these young ladies are daughters of the late Group Captain Bhatnagar, in whose names one of the research prizes will be announced today. I also take this opportunity to welcome the distinguished professors, members of audience, interns, and parents who have joined us for this event this evening. Thank you for your august presence. As you are aware, we are observing the 4th anniversary of Praghna Centre for Research. I will be your MC for the program. After the introductory address, I will introduce and invite our distinguished invitees to share their perspectives. Before I do so, please keep your mics on mute. Your comments can be shared through the chat box. I now call upon Group Captain Dr. R. Srinivasan, Vishesh Seva Medal, Founder Director of Praghna Centre for Research, for his introductory address. Srinivasan, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Diya. I will briefly show Praghna's activities in the form of a slide right now. And I'm hopeful that all of you are able to see the slides.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Praghna Centre for Research is a registered LLP under the Companies Act 2013. It's a not-for-profit educational institute incorporated in June 2021. Myself and my wife are the directors of this institute. We have 5-fold activities, of which my wife will be presenting some details a little later. We have a publishing platform in the form of our journal, Electronic Journal of Social and Strategic Studies. We conduct capacity building programs at universities and colleges for promoting research in social sciences. We also have an MOU and understanding with the DRAS, Defense Research and Studies, which is a think tank at Kochi. We both of us together conduct a research writing internship program that happens on every Saturday that Dr. Dua was just now mentioning. We also publish edited as well as authored books on themes that are of contemporary relevance in international relations and strategic studies. We have 10 books in the last 3 years published. And very grateful to Mr. Kanav Kansra and Mr. Pratik for their ardent support in this particular endeavor. We also attempt in our own humble ways to develop a competitive and scientific temper among students through these research prizes, which will be announced today. In the year 2023, we started with 2 prizes. Last year, 2 more prizes were added. And this time, we have Dr. Meena, who has sponsored 2 additional prizes. So we have total of 6 research prizes to be awarded every year on our annual day. We have partnership programs with Madras University, Mahe, Pondicherry University, Manav Rachna University, DRAS in any case, which I have mentioned, Chennai Centre for China Studies, the Peninsula Foundation, and so many other institutes where we conduct those capacity building programs. Our journal, in particular, I would like to mention here that as of May 31st, just a week back, we have 21 issues online with 170 research papers. We are indexed by Google Scholar and JGate. Our papers have been cited more than 90 times. If you check on Google Scholar, you will see the details. We are a member journal of Crossref, and therefore all publications in our journal are with a DOI. Our papers have been downloaded more than 10,000 times, and we have more than 6 lakh visitors to our website. We conducted 25 plus workshops and orientation programs on research writing. We have also hosted 12 thematic webinars with higher education institutes. We have this DRAS Praghna Research Writing Program, and our interns, I'm very happy to say, who are undergraduate, postgraduate students, and some of them are PhD scholars also. In the last 3 years, they have published 36 research papers. And this annual research prize, as I mentioned, we have 6 of them now. And we also deliver invited talks at think tanks and universities, especially on research methodology. Okay, these are some of our publications. All our publications are available on Amazon. You may like to check out. And that brings me to the end of my introductory talk. Thank you for your support and encouragement for our humble endeavors. We are always grateful to each and every one of you. Okay, whether you are a participant or a professor or a reviewer or an editor or a supporter and encourager of Praghna's activities, we remain very grateful to you, because without your ardent support and without your encouragement, this would not be possible. We hope that in the future, we will be able to add to our endeavors, taking due suggestions from all of you and enhance our activities so that a core of young and capable research scholars emerge in this country. Thank you very much. Dia, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, sir. I now introduce and invite Sri Rajamanickam and Mrs. Kalavathi Rajamanickam to share the special note. Sri V. Rajamanickam, 92 years old, is a former teacher and received the Best Teacher Award from the Government of Tamil Nadu twice. Srimati Kalavathi Rajamanickam, 83 years old, is the inspiration behind Praghna, for she believes in progress through the pursuit of knowledge. They are the parents of Dr. Srinivasan. So please.
Respected Commodore Vasan, Air Commodore Nair, Commodore Deshmukh, Dr. Ashok Dua, Good Captain Parthasarathi, C. Santosh Namby, Chandran, Commander Nair, Professors G Jeyachandra Reddy, Allan John, Utham, Dr. Anuradha, Jayadev Parida, Sri Pradeep, and Kanav, esteemed guests, dear interns and students. As a teacher, I am delighted to see the enthusiasm to undertake research on bold new topics by young scholars. Seeing these efforts, it is evident that future of this great country is in safe hands. We are aware that progress by human race is possible only through progression of knowledge. Such knowledge also needs teachers, mentors, and support from all like-minded persons. I am happy to note the enthusiasm and support that each one of you give to the humble endeavors of Praghna Centre. Please allow me to say thank you and also convey my blessings to each of you. My wife and I especially convey our blessings to these young scholars who have participated in the research writing event. Let us recall Lord Krishna from the Gita, where he says, Nagi jnanena sarvisam pavitra nevidyate tati swayam sokhasiddhim cha kalenāvatani vitaki. In this world, there is nothing so purifying and purifying as knowledge. One who has attained perfection in yoga finds that knowledge within himself in due course of time. Again, Lord Krishna says, Tesham jnani nityayuktaha ekabhaktir vishishyate priyohi jnanino attahum sa cha ma priyaha. Of these, the wise one, ever steadfast and devoted, exalts. I am exceedingly dear to the wise, and he is dear to me. Grow more in your research. Let us make India great through our humble endeavors. Best wishes to each of you. Namaste. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your kind blessings. Coming from you, we truly feel inspired and hope to continue in the pursuit of knowledge. Moving forward, I now introduce Commodore RS Vasan, our chief guest, and invite him for the address. Commodore Vasan has a distinguished military service of over 34 years in the Indian Navy. His shore assignments include command of 2 naval air stations, Maritime Air Squadron, Air Crew Examiner, member of the faculty at College of Naval Warfare, and Chief Staff Officer at the Southern Naval Command at Cochin, India. He commanded a patrol vessel during the IPKF. Prior to his retirement, he was the regional commander of the Eastern Region of the Indian Coast Guard. He also steered the Maritime Security Program at the Observer Research Foundation, a major Indian think tank. He was also the head of Security and of Strategy and Security Studies, Center for Asia Studies, as director, Chennai Centre for China Studies in 2017. His leadership marked C3S as being designated within the year of 2020 as 122nd among 150 global think tanks, 47 out of 142 independent think tanks globally, and 33rd amongst 100 think tanks within India, China, Japan, and the Republic of Korea. The stage is yours.
Vasan sir, please.
First of all, good evening and my pranams to Sri Rajamanickam and parents and all the other elders who are here. It's a great opportunity and occasion for me to be part of this initiative to mark your 4th anniversary. Now, as has been highlighted by Group Captain Srinivasan, it's wonderful to see the kind of work that's been done in a very short span of time. You know, the statistics speak for themselves. This would not have happened without the kind of dedication, commitment, and sincerity of purpose that's been demonstrated by Srini and his entire team. So in case I must also be, very, very frank here and say that all this would not have been possible without the blessings of your parents, because they are the ones who have groomed you and they are the ones who put you on the right path. And so we are grateful to them for bringing your expertise to the table, which will guide scores of youngsters who are there trying to shape a destiny for themselves. Which is why we are also very happy to join hands with Praghna Research Centre We've done many programs together with Dr. Srinivasan and his team. And that is what tells us that there are many of us who are like-minded, who are here to look at the aspirations of the youth. And we have decided that we will educate them, will empower them, will enable them, will equip them with the necessary knowledge and wherewithal that will take them places. All of us here, I think the majority of us here are over 60, 65, 70, whatever. Age is not a criteria. But the point is that I'm also very happy to see a large number of youngsters who are here, including Dia, who is moderating the session. So, these are the people who we need to invest in. And it is this investment that will enable India to take the path that is necessary to be the leader of the world. It's a hard path. It's an arduous task, but definitely it is achievable. Particularly what I have seen in the last couple of decades, that India is now very steady and very determined in its aspirational growth. It is taking the right kind of steps. It has become relevant in international relations. And it is very, very confident nation that looks to find a place in the Committee of Nations. This is something that is very encouraging for the youth, because we are here, perhaps on the twilight days of our lives, trying to hand over this baton and ask these youngsters to take it up for proving their worth and contribute to the growth of this nation. And all the signs here that I see, I've been in think tanks for more than 2 decades now, after my 3.5 decades in the service in uniform. And what I see is extremely encouraging in terms of the commitment of the youngsters, who are determined to make a mark for themselves, and in the process ensure that the nation develops. There is that all-round growth that is very encouraging. And the record that was put up in that very brief note tells you how much can be achieved in a short span of 4 years. The number of downloads, the number of people who have been allowed access to your websites, the joint publications, the books that have been brought out is an indication of the commitment of the people who, as was also brought out by Mr. Rajamanickam, to say that it is knowledge. It is our investment in knowledge, resources, youth that will allow us to move forward. So today it's a great occasion to mark as the 4th anniversary. I also dwell in a bit of numerology, and I was looking at your date, which is 7/6/2021. The total adds up to 9. And that is a great number. As far as Indian mythology is concerned, 9 is a great number. And obviously you've chosen the right date, willingly or unwittingly. But that is what he is also enabling you. Not that this numerology would have mattered to you, because you have already, shown that kind of a commitment, both in your service while in uniform and also out of uniform, to ensure that is the youth that we need to target. So full compliments to you, your team, your parents, the entire lot, Chitra, who's been an able supporter. And what is of importance today, which I must acknowledge, is the fact that you instituted these various prizes in the names of very deserving people, starting with your parents. That's something which acknowledges the contribution made by them in your growth and development. It was also very touching to see that you also instituted a prize in group captain who was with you, who's no more, and I'm happy that their family is here. So it shows what kind of camaraderie there was, and what all you did together, and how you uphold, continue to uphold perhaps the laurels that he cherished, the ideals that he stood for. So I must compliment you on this selection. Likewise, even the other educationist who is there, who was a philanthropist, who has contributed so much for a modern education system. So it's very, very heartening to see that there are more and more people are joining. From 2, you've gone up to 4. Now you've gone up to 6. And with your permission and with the blessings of Sri Rajamanickam, if I may be allowed to contribute 4 prizes, no, it will be my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
And please do accept it.
Yes.
And I offer it with all humility to your cause and to the kind of initiatives that have been undertaken. And we are very, very happy to be part of your initiative because it's never easy. And we are together in this journey. And must thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my ideas with the wonderful team over here. In fact, I think about 60-70% of the people who are here are well known to me, are very dear to me, and therefore the occasion is very special for me to be part of your celebration. May God bless you in your endeavors. May He give you more strength. And all of us definitely are there in this journey together to make India great again. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind and inspiring words. And also, thank you for your insights on maritime security and the need for substantial research, especially on China. All of them are well received and duly noted. Moving forward, it is now my privilege to invite a special invitee. I shall begin by introducing Air Commodore KNV Nair and invite him to deliver his special address. Air Commodore Nair served with distinction over 35 years in the Indian Air Force. In senior post, he served as the Chief Administrative Officer of a frontline fighter base. In 2005, he joined Air Headquarters New Delhi as Provost Marshal Air of the Indian Air Force. As the head of the Air Force Police, Security and Vigilance, he advised the Chief of Air Staff on the security of the Air Force bases throughout India. Air Commodore Nair also traveled to the United States Pacific Air Force as a subject matter expert on security. Post-retirement in 2007, he was the Associate Director HR at McLennan Integrated Services for its operations across India. He has vast demonstrated expertise in aviation infrastructure planning, security, community welfare management, and HR administration. Air Commodore Nair is an alumni of Sainik School, Karakoram, the National Defense Academy, and the College of Defense Management. Commodore Nair, please take the stage.
Yeah, and the esteemed audience, I think Nair sir is not in a position to join. He's just giving me a message. He is stuck in traffic. There are 2 people who are stuck in traffic. The next invitee, Group Captain A.K. Varshne, is also stuck in traffic. And Bangalore, all of us know that you get stuck, you're stuck. So both of them will not be joining. So you may like to move on and call. In fact, Squad Leader Kriti Bhatnagar is unwell. She called me just before the meeting started. She is totally on the bed, down with serious viral, and with a small kid to take care of. In addition to her illness, she is definitely not in a position to join. So you may like to move on and introduce Dr. Meena Ravishankar, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the program.
Noted, sir. Noted. All right. Moving forward with the program, I now introduce Dr. Meena Ravishankar, who has very kindly sponsored 2 prizes as a part of Praghna's endeavors to promote research in the memory of her parents. She holds a PhD and is the HR and soft skills faculty at the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies, Lonavala. She is joined by her husband today, Captain Ravishankar, who is a master mariner with over 4 decades of service in Merchant Navy. Captain Ravishankar is also on the editorial review board of the EJSSS. Dr. Meena, ma'am.
Yeah.
Meena, you're done.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm really very happy.
Meena, you have to unmute. We are not able to hear you.
Now is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Respected Director Dr. Srinivasan and Mrs. Chitra Srinivasan, parents, that is Sri Rajamanickam, esteemed Chief Guest Commodore RS Vasan, DG Chennai Centre for China Studies, Guest of Honor, Air Commodore K.N.B. Nair, VSM, former Provost Air Marshal IAF, distinguished juries, advisors, special invitees, and my dedicated researchers. Good evening to one and all. It's both an honor and a privilege to be present before you all as a special invitee on this 4th anniversary of Praghna Centre today. At the outset, I wish to congratulate the founder and director, Dr. Srinivasan, and his wife, Mrs. Chitra Srinivasan, who started Praghna Centre of Research with the sole objective to understand our world through the lens of scientific research. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to them and the organizers for inviting me to be a part of this gathering that brings together some of the most brilliant minds dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge and innovation. It is a true honor to be here today on behalf of Praghna Centre of Research as a proud sponsor of the 2 awards, namely Excellence in Education and Development Studies in the memory of my father, Shri K. Venkatraman, and the 2nd award on Women and Community Development in the memory of my mother, Mrs. Lakshmi Venkatraman. They both worked relentlessly together in the growth of educational institutions in Mumbai. To be precise, I never felt or ever told that my father was a founder and vice president to Kartika High School, Kurla, Mumbai, until I left the school in 9th class. Currently, KHS has over 10,000 students with 3 branches. So the recognition to these 2 awards are very close to my heart because it celebrates work that directly impacts the lives, shapes the communities, and uplifts the society. Research, as we all know, is not merely the collection of data or facts. It is an engine of progress. It is through rigorous inquiry, critical thinking, and the courage to challenge assumptions that societies evolve. The work being carried out at this center exemplifies that spirit, the spirit of curiosity, of perseverance, and of vision. To the emerging scholars, I am truly inspired by the caliber of work emerging from your labs, from interdisciplinary approaches to bold hypotheses. Your commitment to pushing the boundaries of knowledge is just commendable. The future depends not only on the answers you find, but on the questions you dare to ask. As someone who has been fortunate to work on the human resources focused on women empowerment and gender sensitization for an inclusive workforce, I can say without hesitation that the bridge between research and applications has never been more vital. Whether we are addressing global health challenges, exploring new frontiers in technology, or deepening our understanding of social change, research is at the core. To the young researchers, again, listen today, your work matters. Your late nights, your careful calculations, your failed experiment, and triumphant breakthroughs, they are all part of a legacy that will shape the world. Do not be afraid to take risks in your thinking. Remember, collaboration is not just a buzzword. It is a foundation of impactful science. In simple terms, research is a journey of discovery and growth achieved by adhering to ethical standards, maintaining clear communication, and being open to learning. You contribute valuable insights to your field. To the advisors and mentors, thank you for nurturing talent, for guiding inquiry, and for sustaining the intellectual ecosystem that allows excellence to thrive. Let this gathering today be not just a celebration of what is achieved, but a call to what we must imagine As Albert Einstein once said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. We hope that this recognition serves as both encouragement and momentum. May it inspire not only those who are awarded today, but everyone in this room to strive, to ask questions, and to make bold discoveries. To the organizers, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this noble mission. It is my privilege to support such initiatives and to walk alongside you in your pursuit of academic and scientific excellence. Let me conclude by quoting the physicist Niels Bohr, who said, an expert is a person who has made all the mistakes that can be made in a very narrow field. To all our researchers, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop learning. Congratulations once again to all the awardees. We look forward to seeing your journey unfold and to supporting your future milestones. Thank you once again for the warm welcome. I look forward to learning more from all of you today and in the future. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, thank you, Meena ma'am, for your kind remarks and your warm words.
Thank you so much.
Now, moving forward in the second part of the program, I first introduce and invite Mrs. Chitra Srinivasan, Director Praghna, to provide a brief about the Praghna Research Crisis. Chitra Srinivasan is an educator by passion, having served as a teacher of science and principal of Air Force schools across India, a vice principal of Chennai Public School, and a lecturer on communication in a prestigious college, now deemed university, for over 2 decades in her professional life. She is also a special educator. She has conducted workshops for teachers on teaching children with learning disabilities in regular classrooms. As a volunteer teacher, she has worked on a national association for blind and assisted in creating teaching material for the visually challenged children. Even now, she teaches English language skills for students of vernacular background and as a social service. Chitra ma'am, please take the stage.
Thank you, Diya. Thank you so much. Namaste to one and all. Am I audible? Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished invitees, revered parents, and dear students. The seed for Praghna Research Centre was laid 4 years back. We are entering into our 5th year now. This sapling could only flourish with a constant reinforcement from mentors, well-wishers, and students alike, paving the way to achieve Praghna's objective to promote scientific temper and research in all disciplines of social sciences among students and scholars. To achieve this objective, we are working in 5 dimensions. We have established publishing platform through our journal. The name is Electronic Journal of Social and Strategic Studies that adheres to best practices in scientific publications. We specially encourage students and research scholars to avail this platform. The second aspect is to conduct research writing programs for think tanks and universities in an interactive manner for research scholars to understand and apply scientific approach for publications. The third initiative is the Praghna RAS research writing internship programs, where a structured and informal interactive method is adopted to mentor students to undertake research programs. The fourth dimension is publishing edited and authored books on themes that are of contemporary relevance in international relations and strategic studies. The aim is to create a bank of referral works. I am happy to say that with the exceptional support from our publishers, we have published 10 books in the past 3 years, of which 6 are edited volumes. The fifth dimension is to develop a competitive scientific temper among students. Towards this purpose, for the second anniversary in 2022, we introduced research prizes for 2 categories in our parents' names. In 2023, we added another prize in the name of a dear colleague from Indian Air Force, Group Captain Arun Bhatnagar. In 2024, Professor Mohit Gupta of UPES added value to our endeavor by sponsoring a book prize in the memory of his grandfather. This year, I'm happy to say that my sister-in-law, Dr. Meena Shankar, has sponsored 2 more prizes in the memory of her parents. These prizes are exclusively open to students and research scholars to encourage and promote research by students. These humble endeavors will henceforth be an annual feature. As we enter into the threshold of our 5th year, we look forward to more such sponsorships or even endowments to make Pragya prizes the most prestigious in India. We request our august audience and distinguished mentors to encourage our small initiatives so as to promote qualitative research amongst student fraternity. It is my privilege to present a short background of the personages on whom the 6 prizes are named. The first 2 prizes are named after our parents who are the reason for establishing Praghna Centre for Research. Shri V. Rajamanickam, 92 years old now, is a gold medalist in mathematics and Sanskrit, a postgraduate in history and now a retired teacher. In his 33 years of service, he took keen interest to teach, mentor, and inspire scores of children from disadvantaged backgrounds. He was also responsible for formulating life-oriented education, a scheme that was accepted and adopted by the government of Tamil Nadu at that time. He was conferred with Best Teacher Award by the government of Tamil Nadu twice. Srimati Kalavathi Rajamanickam, 83 years old, is the inspiration behind Pragna, for she believes in progress through the pursuit of knowledge. The third prize is named after late Group Captain Arun K. Bhatnagar, an exceptional officer and gentleman who was involved in formulating policies and programs in the security dimension for the Air Force. Both Arun Bhatnagar and Dr. Raj Srinivasan were commissioned into the Indian Air Force on 7 June, that is today, 1986, and served together as Deputy Provost Marshals with the Provost Marshal at Air Headquarters, New Delhi, from 2003 to 2006. We are privileged indeed to have Air Commodore K.N.B. Nair, who was the Provost Marshal at that time. We are also delighted to have with us Squadron Leader Krithi and Mrs. Khyati, daughters of Group Captain Bhatnagar. The 4th prize is named after late Sri K.N. Venkatraman, who founded the Bharat Education Society in 1959, which aimed to provide English medium school exclusively for the underprivileged class of the society. Initially, 12 students were enrolled and 1 class teacher was hired in the Leela Typing Institute at Kurla, Mumbai. This was inaugurated under the name Bharat Education Vidyalayam by Shri V.K. Krishna Menon, the then Defence Minister of India. In due course, this was rechristened as Kartika High School and Junior College. The current strength of KHS and Junior College is over 8,000 students. A branch of KHS, the Vivek English High School, established in 1972 at Qureshi Nagar, Kurla East, has 1 to 10th classes, and it has 1,143 students as of now. The second branch, the Matrain Valley English Medium School, established 2006, is located in Kajrat block of Raigarh, Maharashtra district of Maharashtra. This school consists of grades 1 to 9 and strength around 1,000 students. Shri K.N. Venkatraman was also an active participant in the initial growth of SIES SIWS, and Vani Vidyalaya, Kalyan. The fifth prize is named after late Srimati Lakshmi Venkatraman, who walked hand in hand with Sri K. and Venkatraman in not only managing the family, but also chose to work on great social projects for societal development. She encouraged women in neighborhood to obtain education and thereby contributing to social development. The sixth prize is sponsored by Dr. Mohit Kumar Gupta, Associate Professor, University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Dehradun, in memory of his grandfather, late Sri Radheshyam Gupta, who was a freedom fighter and social worker. This prize is meant for a book or a monograph in the field of defense and strategic studies. This year, we do have a suitable entry, but it may take a little time for us to assess and go with the prize. Now I request Diya Shankar to introduce our jury, who have painstakingly gone through each and every paper for the prizes. Thank you for lending me your ears. All yours, Diya.
Thank you very much, Chitra ma'am. Moving forward, we would have a slight change as Group Captain A.K. Vasan has been able to grace us with his presence. I would now like to call upon Group Captain A.K. Vasan to introduce him. Group Captain Vashne is a para jumping instructor with tons of jumping records in the most challenging environment across the world. As an instructor, he has trained hundreds of paratroopers and special force personnel of all the three services. He has also served as a joint director of Garuds, who are the special forces of the Indian Air Force. This tenure of his was marked by the induction of the Garud SF into the IAF. As mentioned before, my Miss Chitra, Group Captains Bhatnagar and Srinivasan were his colleagues during this year. Sir, please have the stage.
Vashni sir, you may like to convey your wishes.
Ma'am, anyway, good evening, everyone. Bhatnagar was one of the very calm and wise and deeply compassionate person. In fact, he left legacy of integrity and kindness. Though he is no longer with us in form, his values lives on in the lives he touched. His memories is a guiding light, a reminder to live with purpose, treat others with respect, and never lose sight of what truly matters. My sincere tribute to him.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your kind remarks. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, Dr. Srinivasan and I are now privileged to introduce the distinguished jury for the prizes and invite them to share his perspectives.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I will start by introducing Professor G Jeyachandra Reddy. And after my introduction, I would request him to share his perspectives on the papers that he has assessed. Professor G Jeyachandra Reddy was the Director and Chairman, Board of Studies, and Founder Director of UGC Center for Southeast Asian and Pacific Studies at Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati. He is the Editor-in-Chief, Asia Pacific Journal of Social Sciences. He is also the editor, Area Studies, a journal of international studies and analysis. He was one of the members of the ICWA delegation to Vietnam in 2017 and to Asia New Zealand Foundation Wellington in 2019. He served as visiting research fellow at Manila University, Research Institute for Oriental Cultures, Gakshun University, Japan, the Vietnamese Institute for Indian and Southwest Asian Studies, Hanoi, and China Foreign Affairs University, Beijing. He was an awardee of Vietnam National Day Award 2018 by the Embassy of Vietnam at New Delhi and Outstanding Faculty Award in 2015 by Venus International Foundation, Chennai. International Institute of Organized Research has confirmed Editorial Excellence Award in 2017 on him and Distinguished Researcher Award in 2018. He is the Founder Secretary, International Society for Asia Pacific Studies and Association for Area Studies in India. He has over 43 research papers and 16 books, besides participating in 60 plus national and international seminars. It's my privilege to know him, and I must add that he is one of the key inspirations and, you know, guiding lights for Praghna's activities and the activities of our journal. Professor Reddy, sir, the floor is yours.
Dr. Srinivasan and Mrs. Chitra Srinivasan, distinguished invitees, scholars, officers, and student friends. First, let me thank Dr. Srinivasan for his nice introduction. First, we were not friends for a long time. The friendship established between Dr. Srinivasan and me is a very short span, but 100%, it is purely academic friendship, to be frank. Even we didn't meet. Yes, we are talking to each other and we are doing many things through phone and everything, whatever. First, to be frank, Dr. Srinivasan contacted me a couple of years back to take some inputs, how to start a journal, online journal. Then instantly I started giving some inputs, 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't count, but being a disciplined officer, he gave serial numbers, and he finished at 11 after our conversation. Thereafter, he started me 11 points. So he fed my name in his phone also, 11 points.
It is 11-point professor, sir.
Okay. So that was the beginning of our association, which was the both sides. The interest was only to promote research activity within our domain in our part of geographical area. Thereafter, he has been assigning, requesting. I used to tell him always, don't ask any permission and don't take any permission at any time to assign a job and give me assignment. This is your job, you do it. Yes, sir. Again, once again, I am requesting you, don't ask me any permission or prior intimation. Instantly, you give me an assignment. I'll be always ready to attend to it, because you are telling, in fact, there are many people who inspired you to take up this modest job to promote research activities. But now you have attained a position which reflects that you have been inspiring many teachers and students across communities, that means research communities. There are many full-time researchers who are in service even after retirement. The orientation of job where you retired, it is not completely teaching profession. Your profession is totally different after your retirement. And I'm surprised many times what made you to think seriously about. Even being a teacher, I was doing many things of this kind. But after retirement, because of some reluctance, some sort of helplessness from others, for certain reasons, to be frank, I am not doing the same after my retirement. But you started the business after your retirement. That is a surprising element, many times lingering in my mind. So it needs a lot of courage, commitment, and dedication, and sacrificing, because you have not enjoyed your life in the public life. Your life was totally different. Your atmosphere, your surroundings are not social life. You are away from the social life. After coming back into the society, it is the rare opportunity for any officer of your kind, this kind, to enjoy the life with friends, relatives, this, that, what you have missed so far. That's why I'm using the sacrifice. You have sacrificed again. You limited your enjoyment to home, and it is not so simple thing, because I know as a editor how difficult it is to sustain a journal without interruption, maintaining it. There are many journals which have been coming out after a decade gap. In 24, the issue released in 2014. The issue will be coming in 2024. But in the case of Dr. Srinivasan, this journal is regular. It is the definition of the regularity. Every year, without missing single issue or nothing like that, without interruption. Therefore, I wholeheartedly congratulating the entire team led by Dr. Srinivasan and Mrs. Chitra Srinivasan. My congratulations. And again, I am requesting, I'll be wholeheartedly surrendering all my services to Dr. Srinivasan and his team in promoting whatever academic, that whatever is possible from my side. I'll be always ready to render my extend my services. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Please.
Yes, Dia.
Yes, sir. Moving forward, I would like to call upon Professor Allan John. Professor Allan John is an alumni of Montfort School, Yercaud, and Loyola College, Chennai, with a BA in Economics and MA in Social Work, specializing in Human Resource Management. He retired as faculty member and head, PG Department of Social Work at Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur, after 33 years as a distinguished academician. He is a member of academic boards, Pan India, a corporate trainer, and a motivational speaker. Professor Allan, the stage is yours.
Yeah, Professor Allan is also my teacher. He was my professor when I did my MSW. He taught me personal management, industrial relations, and labor welfare, guided me through my projects with Indian Airlines, with Royal Enfield, with Carborundum Universal, with so many other companies. I'm forever grateful to him. Right now, as expected, Professor Allan is on a humanitarian mission. Okay, he is actually helping his neighbor who has lost his father. Okay, so he just messaged me saying that, Srinivasan, I hope you will bear with me, but my blessings are always there with the researchers and my support is always there with you. So he will not be able to join. Right now, he's on the other humanitarian mission. I will now take the privilege of introducing Professor Utham and request him to share his perspectives on the papers assessed by him. Professor Utham Kumar Jamadagni is currently Professor and Head, Department of Defense and Strategic Studies, University of Madras. He has an advanced international diploma from the Department of Peace and Conflict Research at the University of Uppsala in Sweden. I envy you for this, sir, if I may say. Okay. He is also an alumnus of Regional Center for Strategic Studies, Colombo, and a Salzburg seminar scholar. He was a visiting fellow to the Center for South Asian Studies, University of Hull, United Kingdom. Dr. Utham earlier led an Indian youth delegation to Japan, organized by Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Japan. He was also an Australia-India Council Fellow, as well as International Visitor Fellow of the Department of State, United States of America. Utham Kumar received many research grants, including White House Historical Association Research Grant, Gerard Ford Foundation Research Centers, Rubin Research Branch, and the JFK Foundation branch from the US. He is on academic boards of various universities. Dr. Utham for 76 papers in Indian and international journals and presented scores of papers in national and international seminars. He has organized and participated over 60 workshops and seminars. Utham sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Group Captain. Thank you so much for that introduction. First, my namaskarams to the parents of Group Captain Srinivasan, respected Commodore Vasan, and our distinguished colleague, my dear friend, Professor Jeyachandra Reddy, and all other eminent personalities here and guests, and of course, research scholars and colleagues. A great evening to one and all. First of all, I would like to extend my hearty congratulations to Praghna Centre for Research, especially Group Captain Srinivasan and Madam Chitra Srinivasan, for having taken this initiative up. It started in a modest way, but they have been, since its founding, sincerely, with all the dedication and commitment, they have been continuing this. And the Department of Defense and Strategic Studies at the University of Madras is a beneficiary. We do consider Group Captain Srinivasan and Madam Chitra Srinivasan as part of us. They are not different from us. They are very much part. My students, for the last four years almost now, we have about 80 plus students at any given time, and they all love both Group Captain Srinivasan and Madam Chitra Srinivasan because they continuously handhold them. It is not merely one odd lecture that they give and go. Continuous handholding is very much there. So with that is the kind of sincerity, seriousness, dedication, commitment, and devotion that we see. And if we try to emulate Group Captain Srinivasan, it's more than enough. He's an inspiration in himself. And students get motivated whenever we do this. And he's been organizing hybrid sessions. He comes to University of Madras whenever possible. In other times, he organizes classes online. But if you look at the attendance and the way in which students participate, and of course the kind of feedback that we get is something fantastic. I shall share this, and I'm very happy to say this to all participants here today. Secondly, a privilege to be associated with Praghna and the EJSS, especially the way in which it has been brought about by Group Captain Srinivasan. He himself said that the number of citations, all that. And in the recent issue also, one of my students has published his research paper. He was all elated. He comes and tells me, sir, my paper has been accepted and it has been published in EJSS. So that is the kind of, it's not about what? It's not about scholarship is one, getting prize is another. But then the kind of satisfaction that we see, when whatever that you have written, it gets printed, and when you get to see it, and when the wider world gets to see it, nothing like it. So that is what it is. So that is the kind of happiness, sir, that you give to all others. So it's been a wonderful opportunity for me. Last year also, I have been given this task of assessing some papers. I did it, but this year also I have been given this opportunity to read the papers. I shall tell you, with all due respects to every senior here, the reading of these papers for me personally was quite a learning. First, I want to record that. Even though it's been written by the younger scholars, it's absolutely, some of the papers are outstanding and excellent and true learning for even seniors like us. So it is not merely about encouraging scholars or capacity building, and it's about focusing on the quality and bringing about the scholarship within. Try to go and tell the younger children that you can do this is something that is different. Even academics are not able to do this. Professor Jeyachandra Reddy, who's here with me, would certainly accept, because he also made statement that, even though Group Captain Srinivasan is not an academic there, I mean, in the sense, though he's an academic today, but the way in which he's been, encouraging students is something superb. So the research papers are all excellent quality. Number one, I shall say the quality of the research papers were, it's best. I shall say some of the papers are outstanding, excellent, and the areas that were covered by the research scholars were very, very wide within the scope of strategic and security studies. It starts from, you can talk about AI and modern warfare, to foreign policy issues, to ballistic missile development, hardcore military issues, to whatnot. It includes governance. And a few papers, Group Captain Srinivasan, I shall tell you this, a few papers especially focuses on the Indian knowledge system that we talk about today, the ancient Indian knowledge system and the relevance of the Indian knowledge system for the current, practices of statecraft is really, really very, very, interesting and insightful papers that we have seen. Of course, there are scope for improvement in every paper. It is needless to say, even when we write, all of us write, every individual, every researcher has got the scope for improvement. The same way, even the youngsters, they would certainly improve, but then giving them an opportunity is what is appreciable here, and recognizing their talents, bringing out their talents in the form of research articles is really appreciable. I will not take much of your time. Without further ado, let me congratulate once again Group Captain Srinivasan and Madam Chitra Srinivasan for having taken this excellent initiative. I am sure I will only wish and pray that you will continue to do this, and we will all contribute in a very, very small way. We will certainly support you, sir, in all your endeavors. None other than Commodore Vasan himself has said this. He is our mentor, he is our guide. So he himself says that we are all, a small part of whatever contribution that we would be in a position to do. Certainly we will be there, sir. You can count us in all your efforts. Thank you very much. Have a great day, all of you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I would like to call upon Professor CS Anuradha. CS Anuradha is currently an assistant professor at the Department of Economics and Public Policy at Shastra Deemed University, Chennai campus. She is a UGC postdoctoral fellow and a Fulbright fellow. Her area of research interests include maritime security, especially the blue economy. She has published over 16 research papers and contributed book chapters in her area of interest. She is a keen crossworder and a wordler. Anuradha ma'am, please take the stage.
Ma'am, you have to unmute, ma'am. Please unmute.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Good evening to everyone. I would just make this very brief. Congratulations on the 4th anniversary of Pragya, Group Captain Srinivasan and Ma'am Chitra ma'am, and your entire family for all your efforts, your encouragement and dedication to continue to do this task. We can see that it is growing from strength to strength. And as Commodore Vasan sir said, we are attempting to educate, empower, enable and equip students. And I think you have done a very good job, and hopefully it will continue for the benefit of all students that are here now and will join in the future as well. Regarding the papers, I was also part of this panel previously as well. So I can see now a sort of improvement in the quality of topics and the papers, which is very, very welcome. The papers covered a wide variety of topics, including controversial regionalism in Tamil Nadu to general topics like climate change, adaptation, and mitigation, and of course the recent current interest AI related topics. So there were a variety of topics, but I too have a caveat to add to whatever the previous judge also was saying, that though the children or the students have attempted a variety of topics and some of them are really current, I think that some of them needed more effort. It is appreciable that they have thought of these topics, but I think some of them should have avoided AI generated content. Surprisingly, though AI is supposed to be one of the current issues or concerns of debate, even though topics related to AI have been chosen, some content itself seems to be AI generated, which is of particular concern for a teacher like me, because I feel that children must use AI only for enabling them to do research well, not to replace whatever they wish to do. Second point I would like to make is that the attribution that they have tried to do is has not been done. So I would just, I don't want to sound a spoiler, but still, these were the 2 points that I would make. But congratulations to the researchers for keeping up the effort. And thank you so much, sir, for giving me the opportunity yet again to judge some of them. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I would call upon Group Captain Parthasarathi to briefly introduce him. Group Captain Parthasarathi was commissioned in the Air Force in 1983 and served for 35 years before retiring in 2018. His last assignment before retirement was as an instructor at the Air Force Administrative College. He is a navigator, having flown over 3,500 hours in this role. He is a nav instructor and air traffic control officer, and also a psychologist in selection boards. He is also an administrative officer with vast experience in human resources management. He is presently an adjunct faculty in the Department of Technology, Savitribai Phule University, teaching aviation subjects and soft skills for students of BTech Aviation stream. Group Partha, sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Group Captain Srinivasan, sir. I am indeed very thankful for this opportunity to have taken part in this program. Right at the beginning, I should say I was very underconfident in taking up this particular research methodology teaching or mentoring about 3 years ago. I was wondering how an operational person can join into this program and mentor people into becoming a good research writer. But then slowly, what I got from this program was more and more education, more and more learning, more and more information. And in a way, I learned while teaching. I learned while mentoring. So that's the reason I should say thank you, Group Captain Srinivasan, sir, for getting me into this program.
Thank you, sir.
I would also like to add what Professor Utham, Professor Anuradha have added to this particular event today in terms of research papers that have been submitted by various interns, various students. Well, the variety of topics that they have chosen is absolutely varied. Really very happy that they have taken up this as a challenge. But like the caveat Professor Anuradha added, definitely they require more and more, research-oriented work. like very rightly said, lots of AI generated text, lot of AI generated data that they have used. In some of the cases, they have not used the proper method of research writing in terms of, giving citations, going deep into literature review. In fact, there is one case wherein the 3/4 of the paper is just literature review. So there requires to be a little bit of improvement in this particular aspect. But like all other jurors have said, fantastic variety of subjects that they have chosen, right from AI in defense, education, heritage education, which promotes cultural understanding, and very rightly pointed out, regionalism in Tamil Nadu. Well, fantastic scope of subjects that they have chosen. Hats off to them in taking up this challenge, but like the caveat, little bit more hard work is required. I will not take too much of time, but I will only say to all the researchers, keep doing more and more investigative research, and you will definitely come out with fantastic papers, and which will be fit enough to be, published in various journals. That is how your work will be recognized. All right, that is all from me. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving forward, I would like to now call upon Shri Santosh Chandran sir, IG. Santosh sir is an officer belonging to the Indian Railway Protection Force Service, 1998 batch. He was the Chief Security Commissioner, Southern Railway, until April 2024. He has served in various parts of the country, including J&K, Northeast, and in Naxal-affected areas of the country. He has served on deputation in the Intelligence Bureau as an Assistant Director, Counterterrorism. He has undergone extensive training in various national and international institutions, including the prestigious Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy for Administration at Missouri, the National Academy of Indian Railways at Vadodara, and the Jagjeevan Ram Railway Protection Force Academy at Lucknow. He has undergone advanced management training at the ICLIF Leadership and Governance Center at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, as well as the INSEAD in Singapore. He has also undergone anti-terrorism assistance course by the US State Department on police leaders' role in combating terrorism. He is the recipient of several awards and commendations, including the Esprit de Corps Gold Medal from Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy, 5 commendations from the Intelligence Bureau, 3 commendations from the Director General RPF, the Railway Minister's National Award, and the Indian Police Medal for meritorious service by the President of India. Santosh sir.
Good evening. Thank you, Dia, for that really extensive introduction. First of all, my regards and thanks to both Srimati and Sri Rajamanickam sir, parents of Group Captain Srinivasan sir, Commodore Vasan sir, Dr. and Mrs. Srinivasan, Professor Utham sir, who's because of whom I'm here today. In fact, sir was responsible for me to be part of this Pragya and part of DRAS. And good evening to all the senior faculty, professors, and distinguished guests today. It is an honor for me to be a part of the jury. And like all the other officers and the faculty and people who spoke today, the papers were a wonderful learning experience for all of us. The topics were extensive, and we got to learn a lot of new things while being part of the jury of this assessment. But at the same time, like all the others said, there was some amount of AI generated this thing which, when we were all students, we didn't have that. We had to actually go and sit in the library and scan through books and or call for papers by going through current contents and all of that. Today, it's become very simple. As Group Captain Srinivasan always tells, just go to Google Scholar and you'll get whatever you need. So, in that regard, it's a wonderful experience, but at the same time, a little more legwork and a little more hard work of actual this thing is required. great experience, and my best wishes to Pragya and Ras, and hopefully my association with Pragya and Dr. Srinivasan, who's also my professor. When I was doing my master's at Madras University, I did my master's in defense and strategic studies under Dean and Head of the Department, Dr. Utham Kumar, as well as Dr. Srinivasan, who was my professor. So I hope my association will continue for a much longer time. Thank you for having me here, sir. And thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Now I have the pleasure of introducing Professor Jayadev Parida, and then invite him to share his comments. Dr. Jayadev is one of the founding faculty members of the School of Liberal Studies and Media Political Science program at UPES Dehradun. He pursued a bachelor's degree in political science from Utkal University and then went on to complete his MA in Politics and International Relations and a PG diploma in Human Rights from Pondicherry University, followed by MPhil and a PhD from the Center for European Studies, School of International Studies, JNU. He was a visiting fellow at the Otto Suhr Institute of Political Science, Freie University, Berlin. He has participated in Track 1.5 dialogues and presented ideas at international conferences on the issues of technology, security, and norms making. He was a recipient of the Indian Council of Social Sciences Research Doctoral Fellowship for his research work. And I must say this, Jayadev and me, we share a very special relationship because he's the first person I think of whenever I have some task. And Jayadev has never said no. He always comes forward. He says, okay, give me more papers, I'll assess. He's on our editorial board also. He does fantastic amount of support to me. I must place it on record. Jayadev, the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to all the members, the dignitaries over here, and also the parents of Srinivas, sir. So yes, all the conversation that we started, I think back in 2021, when I got a call from an unknown number that, yeah, we are going to establish something like EJSS and we need your support. Right. So, and then the relationship started. I think it's a learning path for me because I was like young researcher who was coming out of PhD, getting into my teaching profession and being part of such journal board and getting into the Praghna Research Center. That's privilege and honor. And I shall give this kind of promise in the 4th anniversary that, sir, you can have all my supports till as long as we are alive. Right. So, and you can give me a number of papers whenever you want.
Thank you so much. God bless.
So, and thank you. With that note, I'll be more critical about the papers. I'm completely agree with all the juries. The first point that I have in mind, we can talk about artificial intelligence and its use and how it's going to help us both in defense and civil work. But using AI and writing papers is something that we should not encourage at any cost. Right, so zero AI, that should be our policy at EJSS, and also when we are providing any kind of prize through this particular platform. But when you're reviewing the paper, the arguments are there, but it seems that some of the arguments are taken from the artificial intelligence, generative AI, rather than the students giving their efforts. The second aspect is why I talked about AI for the first, because when I reviewing the paper, I realized that some of the arguments were cited in the paper literature body text. It was not there in the reference. So that was the first point, the first red flag for me to think about it, why they are using AI. The second aspect of the paper that I've reviewed is, which I'll agree with Anuradha ma'am, that there is a significant growth in terms of the quality, in terms of scholarship that we have received, because I was part of last year. And if compared to both the years, so I can have a comparative data, so we can say that yes, so there is a scholarship, there is a growth, quality, there is a growth. But again, we're looking at the arguments. I think the researcher needs to give more emphasis that what their core argument is, because they're trying to look into the entire, they're trying to target the tree when they're missing the entire jungle of it. Right. For example, one article is talking about artificial intelligence, Article 370, the abrogation of Article 370, but he's not giving any conclusion to it. What is his core argument? Similarly, there is one more article which talks about understanding foreign policy and soft power, and he's trying to bring the arguments of Kautilyan and all. But when he was referring, or the person is referring, he was not referring from the exact source, because some of the sources were referring to 1929 or 1921, and that was missing in the literature. And there is if you go on, there will be like some of the other comments. For example, the BRICS paper, which talks about BRICS and its voices as South Power and Global South. So there is the larger missing part is how you're looking at BRICS. So entire philosophy of BRICS, because now there's a lot of papers coming which look into the aspect of BRICS as a non-promoter, the voice of Global South. So the argument is there, the idea is there, but it's not chucked out properly in the paper. Similarly, there is one paper who's talking about Myanmar-China corridor and how India is part of it. So he was talking about India, China, and Myanmar, but India and Myanmar part is not explored properly in the sense because we have large historical linkages to Myanmar, be it during the British period or present era. So that part was missing, right? So if you're talking about, if you're bringing Indian facts, either you talk about the history in detail or you don't talk about the history. So that is another comment that I have. And the last comment on the papers is, we have to also understand what is your research methods that we are going to do, whether these research methods are applicable to all the argument that we're giving. Third is the theoretical framework. If you're claiming that you're going to use the theoretical framework, how you're going to use it. So these are my comments on the papers, but sir, I think we need to do major revision on those papers before putting into EJSSS. Otherwise, for the price context of the price, these are good papers, right? But in context of EJSSS, yes, we need to do major revisions. I think I'm bit critical to the papers, because I think that's how I have that freedom from sir last year onwards, that you have to be critical, right? I think, and the first comment that I gave last year, that we have to do flag check, that was the first criteria. So sir, this year recommendation is next year we should look into flag check and AI check.
I'm absolutely with you. Absolutely with you.
If you need any help, I can provide, as long as I have the access to turn it in flag check and AI check platform.
Yes, certainly.
Thank you so much for time, giving this time an opportunity, and always I'm indebted to your opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, esteemed jury, for your insightful remarks. I must admit that these are of great value to all of us. The insights provided on individual works, I hope, have been duly noted by the participants. Moving forward, I now request Mrs. Chitra Srinivasan to announce the winners of the prizes in the 5 categories. Chitra ma'am.
Congratulations to all the winners and also the participants for giving a tough fight for the winners. And I request all the research scholars to follow the guidelines given in the book, that is the research methodology. Between the tree and the making of a ship, there are so many things that has to be followed. And I request that you take the guidance that has been just now given by the jury. And I think next time we can expect maybe some more qualitative papers. And now for the most awaited moment. The first category is under Papa's name, that is V. Rajamanickam Prize for Political Science and History. The winner is Sonia Kute. And she's a student of Integrated Masters in Development Studies and International Relations, Department of Humanities and Social Sciences at IIT Madras. And the title of her paper is Analysis of India's Neighborhood First Policy, Perspectives from Nepal and Maldives. Congratulations to Sonia. And the next category is under Amma's name, that is Kalavathi Rajamanickam, Prize for Socio-Cultural Studies, Shivani Dokhoria and Himanshu Tiwari. These two they are sharing the prize. They are the students of research scholars at Department of Education, University of Delhi, India. And the title of the paper is Understanding Harassment and Abuse Encountered by Students on Social Media. A very much needed topic. And the third category, now we are going to late Group Captain Arun Bhatnagar Prize for Defense and Strategic Studies. It's won by Shivam Kumar. He is a postgraduate student in International Relations and Security Studies at Rashtriya Raksha University, Gujarat. And his topic is China's Myanmar policy and its implications for India's Northeast, a neoclassical realistic assessment. Congratulations, Shivam. The next category is for K.N. Venkatraman Prize for Education and Development Studies. That is late father of my sister-in-law, Dr. Meena Ravishankar. Kashvi Chaturvedi, Sunil Sankathala, and Yadnish Kepka. Sorry for the BTech students at School of Engineering, Ajinkya D.Y. Patel University, Lohegaon, Pune. And the topic is UNSDG 4 and its implication on Indian education system. The next category is on Simit Lakshmi Venkatraman, Prize for Women and Community Development. And the winner is Rachita Mansingh, student of MA Political Science, Department of Politics and International Studies, Pondicherry University. The role of international cooperation and climate finance in supporting climatic change, adaptation, and mitigation efforts in the global south. And the next category is for Radheshyam Gupta Prize. And we are awaiting the book. I think we'll take it over in our website. And congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you, ma'am. I just want to add that the Radheshyam Gupta Prize for the book on defense and strategic studies will be given to Dr. Rajiv Nayan, who is a senior research associate at IDSA, Manohar Parrikar Institute of Defense and Strategic Analysis, who is specializing on international relations, nuclear disarmament, and non-proliferation. His book is titled Shakti 25 Years On. Shakti, all of you are aware that it's India's nuclear program. Shakti 25 Years On, India's Nuclear Progression. It's a very well-written book and containing 11 chapters with the scholarly inputs from 11 other authors, comprehensively addressing India's nuclear program, the necessity to possess nuclear weapons, and the necessity to control and use it as a responsible power. Okay. So it's an amazing book. I've had the pleasure of going through the book actually. And right now, in fact, Dr. Rajiv Nayan has messaged me saying that he is on a flight to Gangtok right now. So he is unable to be on line. Yeah, the book is a very amazing one. So that prize goes to this thing. And if you permit me, sir, Vasan sir, I would like to make a brief mention that in 3 years back when we started these prizes, when we introduced 2 prizes, we received a total of 5 papers. Last year, we had 4 prizes, including this book prize, 3 research prizes and 1 book prize. We received 13 papers and 4 books. Okay. And this year, we have had 2 more prizes added. We have 5 prizes, 20 research papers, and 3 books to consider for the book prize. So I am, I very humbly say that I feel satisfied that these small efforts are beginning to be seen and appreciated and supported by everybody, especially the young scholars, students who are participating. As my wife mentioned, these research prizes are open exclusively to students, whether you are an undergraduate student or a postgraduate student or research scholar. If you are a working professional, it's not admissible, but we are happy to see the kind of increase in the number of participation. And this time, I am more than happy to say this because I feel whenever a young child gets a recognition, I feel very happy actually. There are two children. Pardon my using the term. I'm 64. Okay, so of course younger than Vasan sir and Dua sir, but still. Okay, so there are two students here. Okay, one is Sonia Kote, who got the first prize in Group Captain Arun Bhatnagar, Rajamanickam prize. Sonia Kote is a bachelor's student in IIT Madras. She is just doing her graduation. Okay, and we also have one more participant, Chelva Lakshita, and two more authors who are doing their undergraduation, what we call as undergraduation, in the same institute where Diya Shankar just now passed out, SRM Chennai. Okay, these are undergraduate students. Okay, that they step forward to participate in a research prize where each of them, for your information, for the information of the audience, these assessments provided by this esteemed jury were not just like that. Okay, I like the name or I like the title or roughly okay. They were on 9 parameters. They were assessed on 9 parameters for 50 marks. The parameters are the title and keywords, the abstract, the research methodology, the quality of citations and references, okay, the strength of the arguments and analysis, the quality of the conclusion, the overall presentation, and the presence of AI generated content. We very meticulously calculated all this. We said we must assess them on professional standards, no compromise. You may be an undergraduate student or you may be a PhD scholar, but you will be assessed on professional standards. Nothing less will be accepted. Okay, and I'm happy to say that all the participants have at least, they have got more than 50% assessment. Okay, they got at least 50% assessment, minimum. Okay, and the highest assessment, if I see, as I recall, is right in front of me, in fact, is 77. Okay. 2 or 3 juries assessing the same paper. It's not that only one jury assesses one paper. No, the same paper has been by somebody else also. So we mixed and matched. We made sure that we have, permit me to say that we have such expertise available to us. So we said we should use it fully, so that we get a cross spectrum of analysis and appreciation of each papers. And therefore, I'm happy to say this, especially for the authors of, the participants and the prize winners, I have one small note to give right now. The winners of the prizes will get their cash prize. Okay, the research papers get 2,000 rupees. The book prize gets 3,000 rupees in cash, which I will transfer today by night. You will also receive either a winner certificate or a participant certificate. But the third one is much more important. The third benefit that you will get is much more important. Your paper will be published by our journal as a special issue on 31st of July. That is the date on which it will be published. You have nearly 2 months' time. I have all the criticisms of the jurors. They have been very generous in not sharing too much on this platform. Probably they were aware of the time limit. Okay, but I have all their comments. Okay, and I have no problem in sharing them because that is my job. Okay, so I will send you an email containing the specific remarks for your particular paper by maybe another 3 or by Wednesday latest, Wednesday next latest. Okay, you will get. Please go through those comments carefully, revise your papers, and then send them back by the date that I'm going to specify in the email, so that we can have one final look and then go ahead with publishing them as a special issue. One caution, almost every jury has mentioned about AI generated content. Okay, we know that technology is available to us and that it will be used. And therefore, I have a very specific and clear requirement. If you don't comply with this, then believe me, because we are going to check for flag as well as AI content. All papers, I already checked most of them. I will complete that process. Okay. If you have used AI in any manner to contribute to writing your paper, after the conclusion in your paper, I want you to specifically insert 2 or 3 lines stating that artificial intelligence or AI assisted tools were used for so and so purpose for this paper. If that certification by you is not there, your paper will not be considered for publication, even if you got a research prize today. Okay, I hope I have made myself clear, which of course will be repeated in the email that I will be sending to all of you. Sorry for taking this time. Dia, I think you must continue.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chintra ma'am. Thank you, Srinivasan sir, for providing us with the information and guiding not only the participants and the winners, but also the interns on further research methodology and paper writing methodologies as well. We'll certainly put that into practice. And it is a matter of pride for each of the winners to have their research recognized by Praghna. I now request our chief guest, Commodore Vasan sir, to kindly convey a congratulatory note to the winners and the participants.
So you have to unmute, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
I must say that it's been a wonderful experience just being here, listening to the kind of efforts that have been made by the students from diverse backgrounds, from different institutions. And I must say that the jury have done a wonderful job. The full marks to them, because from what Professor Anuradha, Jayadev Parida, and others have brought out, it's very clear that they put their heart and soul into looking at the entire paper dispassionately and providing the kind of inputs that are required, which Dr. Srinivasan also said will be included in the email that it's going to go out. So I think one point that's come out very clearly, which I also wanted to mention earlier, is about the use of AI. It is inevitable. If people will continue to use AI, the only thing is it should be more to expand the horizons of their knowledge and to see how much more is required to be done in their own paper and not substitute their work with AI. I think this is where it's important to ensure that AI does not overtake your originality. So therefore, I think all the cautionary suggestions that were given by the jury members and also by Dr. Srinivasan are of great relevance. So I'm sure that they will overcome this urge to take shortcuts. It's been done before, even when the AI was not there. And then we used to call it as cut and paste. So now the cut and paste has also been made so much more easier. AI generates the entire paper for you and gives it to you. Perfectly all right. Look at it. What is it that the AI has gathered for you from multiple sources? But expand the scope of your own engagement with that. So from that point of view, I think that there is a great future ahead for using AI, intelligent use of AI. I like the suggestion by Group Captain Srinivasan, where he said at the end of it, after the conclusion, I want you to tell me, where is it that I have used AI? Which portions have been used? So it makes it easier to say, okay, I did not have the access to such and such things, but I've used AI for furthering my own understanding of section A or B or C or whatever. So this, I think, is a great occasion for all of us to recognize the contribution that will be made by AI. It should be more to complement your effort and not to replace your effort. So that's an important observation that is there, consequent to what the jury has brought out. So all that remains for me is to congratulate every participant from wherever they are. They are from Nagpur, they are from Delhi, they are from Pondicherry. So it shows the kind of reach that there is. And the number of entries also make it very, very relevant to say that there is greater interest in what PRC does. And the students, researchers find it very useful to participate in this program. So that's a very encouraging sign for Praghna Research Centre on the occasion of their 4th anniversary as they move on to the 5th year of their existence. And the kind of support that you've been able to garner is remarkable. And that augurs well for the researchers, for the students, and for the academic community, because you have provided a forum and you have provided them opportunities. Let me congratulate each one of them, the jury, and of course, Praghna Research Centre for the excellent work they have done on this great occasion of the 4th anniversary. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And sir, I'm going to take the liberty of making one announcement. Okay. I suppose I have your permission. You have already mentioned it earlier. From next year onwards, we will add one more prize in the name of Commodore RS Vasan. Okay, research prize for China studies, Chinese specific paper. The paper
Thank you.
must pertain to China. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We can make it 2. I'll give 2 prizes.
Okay, so then maritime security. We'll do that. We'll add 2 more papers next year. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Okay. Dia, please continue.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, and thank you so much, sir. I know of a few interns who would be happy to get the opportunity to get the prize. Moving forward and changing the flow of the program yet again, I would like to introduce and call upon Squadron Leader Kriti Bhatnagar and Mrs. Kathy Bhatnagar. A little bit of an introduction. Both of these young ladies are daughters of the late Group Captain Bhatnagar, in whose names one of the research prizes will be announced today. It has already been announced today. The squadron leader, Kriti Bhatnagar, served the IAF in her father's footsteps, and today is a working professional within the civil stream. Kathy Bhatnagar is also a professional within the civil stream. Ma'am, please take the stage.
Kathy, you are there?
Yes, a very good evening. I am extremely sorry for just having the audio on. I'm connecting from one part of the country where I am not able to access the video. However, I just wanted to, keep this introduction and, my speaking short and crisp. Thank you very much. Extremely elated, extremely happy that after years and years, today, yet again, our father's name is attached to such a prestigious and such an important award, such an important, address to the kind of research which is required in the space of defense. As Dia ma'am, you also mentioned, we have tried to take our father's and mother's work forward through the kind of work that my sister and I have done over the years. While my sister served in the Indian Air Force, I have been working with central and state governments across different areas of public policy. Just one small thing that comes to mind is definitely something that our father used to say. He used to always say that life has a bigger canvas. And he has lived his life attaching that meaning to his personal and professional life through the kind of research work that he also did while he served in the Indian Air Force. I am extremely happy to note that, there are so many students and researchers who are able to take this meaning and apply the criticality and the creativity which is required to go beyond what is known in the world and do that research, pick up an interesting topic, a subject, go in depth into it, do an analysis, and create a bigger canvas to something that exists. And once again, thank you so much. And a huge, huge congratulations to everybody who has participated, all the students, all the researchers, and all the winners. Thank you so much, Srinivasan sir, Chitra ma'am, and all the honored guests who are present today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Goodness.
Thank you so much, Kathy ma'am. Thank you. Now, moving forward, Commodore Deshmukh, Dr. Professor Ashok Dua, and Commander Nair have been pillars of support in all initiatives by Praghna. They're also mentors of Dras Praghna Research Writing Program, through which scores of students, including myself, have learned the methodology of research. I shall now request Professor Dr. Ashok Dua to share his felicitator remarks.
Thank you, Dia. Grateful for your kind words. Venerable parents of Dr. Srinivasan, Shri Rajamanickam Srinivasan and Mrs. Kalavathi Srinivasan, Commodore Sheshadri Vasan, the Director General of Chennai Centre for China Studies, and the chief guest this evening. And we come from the same force called Indian Navy. Special invitees, Dr. Srinivasan and Chitra Srinivasan, the founders of Praghna Centre for Research, distinguished jury members, my fellow colleagues, dear interns, ladies and gentlemen present. How did I come across Dr. Srinivasan? There is a story behind it, and I would like to share it with you all. Because stories make interesting talking, and I'm learning how to tell good stories. So I had finished my, when I retired from the Indian Navy, I joined an engineering college as a professor. And there I saw everybody was a doctor. So थोड़ा सा कीड़ा लगा कि हम भी क्यों नहीं बन सकते. So I was lucky. I got an opportunity to join Aligarh Muslim University as a research scholar. So after I finished, it took about 6+ years, because doing PhD these days is a very difficult task, in the sense that you have to do some research work, qualify certain examinations, like it was a IMI-AMU project program. So I had to, and that took almost less than 2 years, and 4 years for the research phase of the PhD. I got my PhD in 2019. Okay, and that is the time Commander J.K. Nair was looking for people, and he came to me and said, I would like you to join DRAS, that is Defense Research and Studies, as the senior fellow. So I said, okay, thank you. Then a little later, he said, we are starting a research writing program. Would you like to join? I said, of course. And that's how I met Dr. R. Srinivasan, because we had a talk with each other. And I realized that, yeah, this man also talks like me. So I had no hesitation in joining Dr. R. Srinivasan. And from those days, from the very inception of this program, we have been together. Sometimes I do disappear to see my children abroad, but I'm more or less connected with him, with his program, and also got to know Chitra ma'am through him. So this is a little bit of story as far as how did I come to Praghna Centre of Research. Today we celebrate 4th anniversary of Praghna Centre of Research. It has been doing an excellent job. I can say that because I'm an author, I'm a researcher, I'm a reviewer of an international journal, and I'm a mentor also. So this program is doing an excellent job of honing the skills of youngsters and who are very keen to learn. They join this platform to learn, and when they are keen to learn, they give their best, and that is reflected in the quality of papers they produce. You will all agree with me that learning is a two-way process. Our interns learn from us whatever little we know, and they also produce some quality work, some quality research, and through their output, research output, we also benefit immensely. So I would like to congratulate today all the, first of all, Dr. Srinivasan and Chitra Srinivasan on their 4th anniversary, and I would wish many more to come. I would also like to say that may Pragya continue to grow from strength to strength. Okay. Why so many interns come to us? One of the reasons is that we are totally a disciplined group of people and we demand quality work. So once we demand, the students also or interns also rise to the occasion and they produce their work. My congratulations to all the award winners and also the dignitaries or the people who have instituted those awards, because awards only come once you institute it, and I must thank you for that, because these awards encourage our interns to produce quality research output. Next, I would also like to thank you, the jury members, for your encouraging words about the program. And lastly, but not the least, I would also like to say thank you, Dia, for being an excellent host this evening. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed. I always enjoy, because it's a pleasure listening to Dr. Srinivasan. My PhD in his leadership, and although I have been a student of University of Madras, and I got a degree from there whilst I was doing my staff course as Defense Services Staff College. Except for that, then, I'm an engineer. So on board ships, you do look after the engineering part. You never go close to international relations and geopolitics and things like that. So being with Dr. Srinivasan, it has been a great journey for me. And I also learned a lot. So thank you, Dr. Srinivasan, for supporting me in this endeavor. Thank you so much. Grateful to you. All the best.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. You are very, very kind. Actually, that's all I would like to say. We have Professor Mohit Gupta online. I think he is there. And Professor Mohit Gupta is the one who has sponsored the book prize on in memory of his grandfather, who was a freedom fighter. So, Dr. Mohit, are you there? Would you like to share a thought? Dr. Mohit Gupta.
Hello. Good evening to all of you, and thanks to Dr. Srinivasan and the entire their family and the friends who have, brought about this program today. And in the beginning, I would like to say that this Pragya Research Center is an extraordinary work and I wish that it produces good research in the future also. Apart from the research papers that we received this year, we'll wish that in future it receives of papers for the prize. And fortunately, we received a couple of books at the last moment, but they were of really of one of the best quality books that we received, and one of them was also selected for the prize this year. And one thing that I want to, add to whatever you all have said about this journal, that is, I wish that this word electronic that is there in the title of the journal, that word should not be there, electronic journal, because I wish that this journal will in future will rise like anything, like so many of um, uh, uh, projects that are there in the United States. For example, there is a Congressional Research Service. I have this much, ambition for this our research center, that it rises like that Congressional Research Center, that CRR that is there in the United States. So this is all from my side, and congratulations to everybody who has received prizes today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Mohit. It's very sweet of you. Dia, you can
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Mohit. Thank you, Dr. Vasan, and thank you, Dr. Ashok Dua, sir. Before we wrap things up, I would like to open the stage for the audience. They may now unmute themselves and provide us with any comments or any questions if necessary.
Dr. Deepali, would you like to share a comment?
Sir, in fact, which I have repeated last time.
Just 1 second, ma'am. Just 1 second. Dr. Deepali Khere is a professor with the Amity Institute of Defense and Strategic Studies. Just for introduction. Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. It is encouraging and encouraging effort at the time when we are expecting that India should contribute in knowledge. Somebody is actually taking the actual effort to train the mind to have the basic curiosity is something which is much more inspirational for us after doing the research. And I can see the struggle when we want student to have the curious mind. But after joining your internship, I can see that all those students who had that kind of inertia and idealness now are more curious and at least putting some effort in doing the research. And the research which is actually kind of problem solving or finding the original problems rather than AI based. AI is certainly going to be a major, the competitor for teachers, that whom students are going to listen to teachers or to AI. But I think if there are genuine minds which are working together for last 4 years, I think it is very much assured that the human mind and the genuineness of human mind will be able to shape the students' mind more rather than AI, because they will get very soon bored with AI when they will learn that it is not going beyond a point.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Deepali. If there is anyone else in the audience who would like to share a word or two, otherwise we are on time to.
Dia, can I just interrupt before you wind up?
Yes, Group Captain Srinivasan.
Yes, Rishi Atreya. Yeah, okay.
Sir,
Yes,
first of all, Group Captain, congratulations on the 4th anniversary of EGSSS, and also congratulations to DRAS and for all the research work you undertake. And Commodore Vasan, as ever, supports everybody who wants to do research. So first of all, I think we should thank him for everything. Then also, I'd like to say that thanks to Thiru Rajamanickam sir for the support, and madam for the support they've given to EGSSS. And thanks to all those who have instituted the prizes, and congratulations to the students.
And one thing I'd like to also say, to add, is that we in IARF have a strategic yearbook, IARF strategic yearbook. The first issue was in 22-23, and Group Captain has a chapter in that book. So that book is highly recommended to all research scholars and academics. And it's an excellent book to read for scholars and for researchers. And all I'll say is, all of you scholars, keep up the good work. And DRAS and EJSS, of course, are growing as major think tanks. And in an era when maritime consciousness has to be increased, more think tanks are needed in peninsular India. And of course, again, Commodore Vasan sir has shown the way to everyone. And sir, if you're there, please come on the video. And once more, also thank you to all the jury, and congratulations to the winners of the award. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Yeah, thank you, Rishi. Thank you. God bless. Okay, thank you so much. Dr. Meena, you had something to say?
Yes. I think I couldn't just control myself for a long time. I want to first hearty congrats, and as usual, like last time, I was just fixed, I couldn't just move out for any reason whatsoever. Whatever I got a call here and there, I said, no, I just can't leave the place. It was so mesmerizing. What a beautiful event. And I feel that I should have also seen from the day one. So from last year, I'm a big fan of Dr. Srinivasan and my dear sister-in-law, Chitra Srinivasan. What a job, what an event. I have no words more to speak, but I feel I'm extremely happy to be a part of this event. And basically, one very important point is I should take a little days back where I was a student of Dr. Srinivasan. In fact, when I did my MPhil, I didn't know what to do with the paper, and just my guide said one thing: you just write the paper, okay? It has to be published. Okay, it was published in Madurai Kamaraj University when I did my MPhil, but there was no guidance. See, the point goes is here, that's what I'm saying, how beautifully they check everything, assessment, amazing. But these things were, I don't know, I have no idea whether this was done in other universities, the way it is done here. So I was not knowing what to do. And it was Dr. Srinivasan who just came to the right point, and within few hours, just a couple of hours, I'm not sure, more than that, and it was accepted and it was published. And the whole credit goes to Dr. Srinivasan for it. And of course, Chitra, who's given excellent support to him. Secondly, even for my PhD, I should say this, that when it was Defense Viva, I didn't know how to do the PPT in a way it has to be presented. It's doing a, just writing paper and assist, I don't know, there, I don't think this is the criticality what they have shown here. Would be something over there in where I did my university now recently, but no help as a guidance, no help. And here again, I'm so thankful to Dr. Srinivasan who just said, no, this is how it has to be done. And every line in the slide was corrected. I can never forget that. And I have written his name in my Defense Viva in the PPT. And so said, there's nothing great. I said, oh my God, you've been so humble. It's something I should be grateful till the last breath, I should say. I'm so happy. Without him, my doctorate wouldn't be possible, I'm sure about it. So thankful to you, sir. From the deep from my heart, I just appreciate you. And Chitra, my dear sister-in-law, she has been very clearly telling my the relationship. I was thinking whether I should write that in the script, because I never knew I had a little time that time. I thought I'm just giving 2-3 minutes. Let me be short in my speech. Otherwise, I love to speak. I should allow others to speak. So I made it a bit short, the script. But because telling and writing would be like adding all the points required. Sometimes when we speak, we miss out. So I thought writing a script is better. But then when I was so happy that 2-3 times, I was so happy to say thank you to Chitra personally, excellent sister-in-law, and a great support to Dr. Srinivasan for all his endeavors. Excellent it is. Please let me know what more. In fact, this is the last year. I don't think next year afterwards I might work for my institute, because 18th year. And he's covering 70 years. So I'm a bit doubtful. After that, I would like to do something, whatever I can really work out for this particular Praghna Centre. It is so mesmerizing. It was, I couldn't just move a bit from this place. You must have seen from the time you started till now, I'm just totally fixed on the seat.
Thank you, Meena. Thank you so much.
So much. Thank you so much, Dr. Sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, Tia. Any other remarks? Otherwise, we'll just move on to.
No, sir. No, sir. I would like to thank Rishi sir, Dipali ma'am, Meena ma'am for your kind remarks and your kind words. And as we draw this event to a conclusion, I would like to call upon Group Captain Dr. Srinivasan to deliver us with the final vote of thanks.
Commodore Vasan sir, Dua sir, Partha sir, Santosh, Namby, Chandran sir, my dear professors and friends, students, interns, okay, Diya Shankar, of course, okay. Though I have taken some names, it's impossible for me to take individual names, so I avail this opportunity to express my most sincere gratitude, because each and every one of you, including our students and interns, Vasan sir, in any case, each and every one of you have been the pillars of support. I have drawn immense, shall I say, courage from your encouragement. And of course, without my wife, it wouldn't have been possible. She gives me a lot of liberties, and I'm very grateful to her also. But each and every one of you have been the pillars of support for everything that we do. It's because of only one simple, like Dua sir said, some incident I must recall and relate. I will just say only one line, which long time back when I was a student in the school, I studied in Tamil medium government school. Okay, I'm very happy to say that I'm a very proud student of Tamil medium. So when I was a very mischievous fellow. So my father told me that do whatever you want, but seek knowledge, learn. And he introduced me to books. Before I passed out of my school, I mean, in those days, SSLC, I must have read at least 1,000 books. I don't know what all I read. I read everything. So my father used to bring from his school library or from his friends. And so it became a kind of a passion to commit myself along with my wife, okay, to facilitate seeking of knowledge by younger generation. Our Professor Reddy sir said what my career, my profession of 32 years or 33 years in uniform and what I'm doing now have got no connection. He was very right in saying that. Okay, he said it in as many words, and that is true also. But even in service, I'm very grateful to my seniors, my commanders in chief, everybody. They gave me that space to explore new things. So we were able to do, and that fructified in my PhD, and then it started with this journal and other things which I have just now briefed. But none of this would be possible unless and until I have the kind of support that you, every one of you, give me. Okay, I'm eternally grateful to all of you. Thank you for joining us today. Okay. And we continue to meet. We will continue to meet. And to my interns, my participants, and the prize winners today, please work harder. Okay. Please recall Indira Gandhi, at least for one simple dialogue. She said there is no substitute to hard work. That's a very famous dialogue of Indira Gandhi. We may not remember her for anything else, but we must remember her for this one single line, which squarely applies to each and every one of us. Okay, so let's work hard. Let's make India better. Let's come out with more research publications, and let's add to the knowledge bank that this country desperately needs. Okay, we have been copying the West for too long, so we need something original. So let's do that. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm grateful to my parents for their blessings, and I am very, very grateful to each and every one of you, Commodore Vasan sir, particularly for gracing this occasion and conveying your thoughts as well as your good wishes. And thank you for instituting 2 more prizes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chitra. Thank you, Dr. Srinivas.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Bhabhi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Adina. Thank you, Dinya.
Excellent.
It was good.
Great. Very great event.
Congratulations to both of you.
Yeah.